Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Our lived experience is being a young white person in 21st century America, seeing your identity be demeaned. I've lived in this multicultural mess my entire life, and I'm trying to get out of it.
I hope you're feeling all right. I know it is early on a Saturday. I've just had a headache for a week. I don't think it's from having too much to drink last night. It's just the winning. It's too much winning. We've crossed a Rubicon in terms of recognition. We aren't quite the establishment, but let's start acting like it.
We're trying to break through the largest taboo of our times, identity for people of European heritage.
We need to make it permissible to think as we want and to not have double standards and racial discrimination institutionally against white people, for example. This needs to go.
Racist basically has become to mean anything to the right of Karl Marx. Anyone who sort of cares for their people or even is just not self-hating, self-abasing and thinks white people need to be exterminated.
Donald Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Who is meeting here? National Policy Institute. What is that? It sounds vague, right? It sounds boring. It could be anything. Well, that's their plan. Everybody knows what the American Nazi Party is. Everybody knows what the Ku Klux Klan is. But National Policy Institute sounds like some boring office around here somewhere. Actually, they are white nationalists.
The alt-right, they take sometimes very direct inspiration from the hate groups of old. This subculture has grown in message boards, specifically like 4chan and Reddit. A younger generation of mostly white males reinforce each other's notions based upon a white identity politics, as well as just an overall reaction as what they call political correctness. They are trying to recruit youth for the long haul.
Hi. Hi. Please. Hello? Gotta run. Bye. Fuck.
Presses on your ass?
Yeah. Well, everyone just wants a piece. Before the Trump campaign, I would get a media request maybe every quarter or so. At this point, I get a media request effectively every day. One philosophy is, these guys hate you, they're a bunch of shit libs or whatever. And my philosophy is effectively that there's no such thing as bad publicity.
I just want to go down a list of things, and you tell me if they are okay or not okay.
Okay.
Graffiti that says, "Make America White Again."
I don't, look, graffiti is illegal, but...
The slogan, "Make America White Again."
I don't have a huge problem with that. I mean, that people
Okay.
are just expressing their opinion. The alt-right has existed long before Trump. We were doing a lot of thinking, but no one was really paying attention. Maybe if you're less charitable, you could say we were engaging in intellectual masturbation. Trump definitely energized the alt-right. He was elected because of the immigration issue, which is fundamentally an identity and race issue, let's be honest. Because we have this connection with him, we can inflect his policies. We're really trying to change the world, and we're going to do that by changing consciousness and changing how people see the world and how they see themselves.
It's my great pleasure to welcome Millennial Woes. Millennial Woes is just the kind of person that we want in the alt-right. Millennial Woes, and you could say that about me too, we're kind of the hipster whisperers. So it's my pleasure to welcome Millennial Woes to MPI. Welcome.
All right. I went to art college in London.
coming from Edinburgh in Scotland. Edinburgh was virtually 100% white. The halls of residence was extremely multiracial and multicultural, and I found that very dizzying and horrible. I didn't like it. 2 or 3 years ago, I finally came to understand what is called the Jewish question, that there are problems with the Jewish people. And that was difficult because I really didn't want to become an anti-Semite. It's like the biggest cliche, the biggest right-wing cliche. I started my YouTube channel at the very start of 2014. I was on welfare, I was very depressed and so on, and I had a lot of questions about the world. I thought I would make 15 or 20 videos, no one would watch them, and I would just stay on the dole forever, welfare, being miserable. That was what I thought. But as it happened, it took off. By the standards of the alt-right, it's I would say the biggest channel in Europe.
Women shouldn't have the vote. Because if you do give them the vote, they will mess up your psychological defences and your legal systems, your protocols, your culture, and make it vulnerable.
We say no to racist hate! Fuck you, Nazis! Fuck you, Nazis! Commit suicide, fucking assholes!
Hi, I'm Adele Stan with the American Prospect, and I'm curious what you would like to see Trump do first thing right off as soon as he takes office.
I guess I don't need to answer that.
I wanted to be a theater director, and I wanted to do all this avant-garde stuff, and that's how I thought of myself. Experiencing the 9/11 era, and I became extremely skeptical of that whole, flag-waving period. Let's all hold hands and get low-interest mortgages and go shopping on credit card debt in order to save America. I knew that we had to get away from the conservative movement. By about mid-2008, I was using this term alternative right or alt-right. And in 2010, I founded alternativeright.com, and I think I was more or less there.
These are typical diversity images. I don't think these would be much surprising to anyone. Essentially, diversity is going to be wonderful. It helps whites. You can have new friends.
I also have big dreams. Reviving the Roman Empire. It would be an empire that would be welcome to Italians, to Scots, to Russians, to white Americans, to Finns, etc. To have a safe space for all Europeans from around the world.
Have you faced discrimination yourself?
Yes, I actually have faced discrimination. I remember being at an all-black community in Louisiana one time, and I went to a McDonald's and I ordered a coffee, and they said, "Oh yeah." And I was kind of waiting for like 10 minutes, no coffee. Multiple people came in, black and Hispanic. They would order coffee and get coffee, and I was like, whoa, this is what it feels like. But I'm not claiming I'm a victim. I found that kind of amusing, to be honest.
Are these shoes a little too casual?
I don't think so.
Nobody looks at shoes.
That's what I think.
Especially at night. I'm a tribalist. I'm not a racist or, white supremacist or that. Tribalist.
How would you define that?
Well, my kind, my European kind, and you're Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, well you have it. It's a tribal. You have a tribal nature. All people do. Blacks do.
These people have drawn blood from this man's face. These scum. To be white is to be a striver, a crusader, an explorer, and a conqueror. We don't exploit other groups. They need us and not the other way around. For us as Europeans, it is only normal again when we are great again. Hail Trump! Hail our people, hail victory!
I don't see myself as a marginal figure who is going to be hated by society. I see myself as a mainstream figure. If you greeted someone in 1985 and you said, all gays should marry, you actually would probably get a lot of laughs. Maybe in 10 years from there, you would get fewer laughs and maybe even a couple of supporters. By 2015, if gay marriage is popular, what is possible has shifted. That's what the alt-right's doing. It's thinking those political ideas that aren't possible yet and imagining a reality in which they are.